Let's imagine a world where any problem, no matter how bad, no matter how messy, can just disappear. A place where consequences aren't some moral absolute, but just another variable, something to be managed. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the shadowy world of the high-value fixer. And this, right here, this is the core belief. It's the entire operating system for the world we're about to explore. See, it's not about right or wrong. It's all about transactions. Everything, and I mean everyone, has a price. This single sentence, that's the fixer's entire job description. So, who is this person who holds so much power? Let's get to know the fixer when they're at the absolute peak of their game, when they are, without a doubt, the most valuable and the most dangerous person in any room. Yep, that's you. You're the specialist. When your phone rings, it's because an unsolvable problem just exploded into existence, and you are literally the only solution. Your value? It's directly tied to the size of the disaster you can make vanish. Think of yourself like a surgeon. You have to operate with cold, hard precision, zero emotional attachment. The stakes? They're always life and death. The only real difference is, a surgeon cuts a disease out of a body, you cut a problem out of reality itself. So how in the world do you actually do it? How do you perform these miracles of disappearance? What kind of tools do you use to literally rewrite what happened? Well, it's probably not what you're picturing. See, here's the thing. Your toolkit isn't a bag of gadgets. It's a collection of intangible assets. We're talking cash that can't be traced, a web of contacts in every part of the city, and of course, the leverage to make them do exactly what you need when you need it. It's all about influence, access, and the power to control the entire narrative. Okay, let's make this real. A job goes sideways out on the water. First thing you do, assess the scene. Isolate every single variable that needs to vanish. Second, you sanitize. Those bloodstains on the speedboat, gone. Every last trace is meticulously scrubbed away. Third, you contain the loose ends. Any witnesses? They're either silenced or they're sent on a permanent one-way vacation. And finally, you neutralize the officials. That Coast Guard who saw the boat leaving the harbor, he's on the payroll now. As far as the official record is concerned, the event never even happened.
But, and there's always a but, isn't there? There's a fatal flaw in this perfect system, a huge price for all this power, all this knowledge. The very thing that makes you indispensable is also what makes you an absolutely terrifying threat. And this is where the story always takes a dark turn.
This is the one question that haunts every fixer. After years and years of cleaning up everyone else's messes, of knowing every secret, every crime, every single vulnerability, what happens when your employers decide that your knowledge is the biggest liability of them all? What happens when their paranoia finally outweighs your usefulness? The answer is, well, it's simple, and it's absolutely chilling. You're not the solution anymore. Now, you are the last piece of evidence that needs to be cleaned up. You've become the final problem. And right there, that's the central paradox of your entire life. For years, what you know is what keeps you safe, what makes you untouchable. But then there's a tipping point. One secret too many, one crime too big, and all that trust just evaporates. In that moment, the weight of everything you know becomes way too risky for your employers to let you keep carrying it around. So this brings us to the final act, the inevitable conclusion for anyone in your line of work. The person whose entire career is built on making things disappear must, in the end, prepare for their own final disappearance. You know, you can almost map it out. You start off as the prized asset, protected no matter what. Then you evolve into the consummate professional, a person who is both feared and respected. But then, slowly, you become a liability, a walking, talking archive of crimes that just can't be risked. And that final stage? A ghost. A person who, for all intents and purposes, never even existed. This is it. This is the one unbreakable rule in this world. It's the ultimate consequence, the one bill that no amount of money can ever pay off. The very system you perfected, the art of erasure itself, eventually has to turn on you. It's the only way to make sure the slate is truly, permanently wiped clean. And so that leaves us with one last kind of haunting question. When the fixers are all gone, and the evidence of their work and their very existence is scrubbed clean from history, what's left? Nothing. Just silence. A perfect, clean, empty space where a story used to be.